Hello students, today I explain few new topic of chapter is matter around us pure. So first of all, compound. What is compound? Substance which is made up of two or more elements chemically combined together in a fixed proportion by mass is called compound. There are various examples of compound like water, and in water the element which is hydrogen and oxygen present in 1:8 by mass, in which the mass of hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 8. Like that, sodium chloride, ammonia which is NH3, carbon dioxide CO2, and silicon dioxide SiO2, etc. Now let's take an example of compound or properties of compound by taking like element like iron and sulfur. So first of all, we have to make compound. So when iron and sulfur heated together, it form black color compound which is iron sulfide. And now how can we detect it that iron sulfide is compound? So when if a magnet is put in the iron sulfide compound, iron does not get separated from sulfur. This shows that it is compound, and compound cannot be separated into its constituents by physical method or means. And the properties of compound entirely different from those of its constituents. Means iron sulfide is made up of iron and sulfur, and it cannot show the property of its constituents iron or sulfur. Okay, iron which is metal, lustrous, malleable, shining appearance, and sulfur it is soft, non-metal, dull in appearance. Okay, so it cannot show the properties of its constituents. And next is heat or light is given out or absorbed during the preparation of compound, and the composition of the substance in a compound is fixed, and compound having fixed melting point and boiling point. Now let's see a question. Explain why water is a compound, not a mixture. And the answer is water cannot be separated into its constituents like hydrogen and oxygen by physical method such as filtration, evaporation, distillation, sublimation, etc. Next is the properties of water are entirely different from those of its constituents, hydrogen and oxygen. Example, water is a compound, whereas hydrogen and oxygen are gases. Water does not burn, whereas hydrogen burn. Water does not support combustion, whereas oxygen support combustion. Next is heat or light are given out when water is prepared, and the composition of water is fixed, that is 1:8 by mass, and the formula of water is H2O, and water has fixed boiling point, that is 100 degrees Celsius under standard atmospheric pressure. Now let's see another question, which is give the name of elements present in following compound. Number 1 is quicklime. Quicklime is calcium oxide, and element which is present in calcium oxide is calcium, symbol Ca, and oxygen O. Hydrogen bromide, formula of hydrogen bromide is HBr, and element is hydrogen and bromine, symbol of bromine is Br. Baking soda, formula NaHCO3, and element present in it is sodium, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. These are the symbols of sodium, hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. And next is potassium sulfate, formula is K2SO4, and element present in it is potassium K, sulfur which is represented by S, and oxygen O. Washing soda is Na2CO3 and element present in it is sodium, Na, carbon, C and oxygen O.